Welcome back to the sanctuary of sophisticated storytelling, anything you want. In the glittering, often predictable world of celebrity culture, the new year usually brings a tidal wave of clichés. We are accustomed to the standard headlines, the diamond necklaces, the luxury handbags, the sports cars wrapped in red bows, almost always gifted from a powerful leading man to his glamorous partner. It is a script we have seen played out 1,000 times, reinforcing the old tropes of courtship and status. But this year, amidst the noise of the usual extravagance, a move was made that quietly shattered the mold. The giver of the season's most talked about surprise was not a man trying to impress a woman. Nor was the recipient a woman waiting to be spoiled. This time, the spotlight turned to one of the most intelligent and grounded figures in the industry, Gupse Özay. And her target was the man who shares her life, Barış Arduç. This is not just a story about a watch. It is a story about a wife who understands the hidden language of her husband's soul. It is a story about a secret passion worth hundreds of thousands of euros, hidden behind a veil of humility. And perhaps most importantly, it is a story about breaking the gendered expectations of the ideal couple. Before we unlock the vault to reveal the details of this €14,400 gesture and the secret collection it joined, I must ask for your unwavering alliance. To ensure that our independent, in-depth storytelling continues to thrive in an algorithm obsessed with the trivial, please verify that you are subscribed to anything you want. And for those among you who wish to be the true patrons of this channel, the guardians of detailed celebrity analysis, I invite you to click the join button below. Your support is the gravity that holds this universe together. Now, lower the lights and adjust your timepieces. We are about to explore the art of the perfect gift. In the vast theater of celebrity news, New Year's surprises are usually summarily categorized as expected ostentation. But this January, the narrative arc bent in a different direction. The buzz wasn't about what Barış Arduç bought, it was about what he received. Gupse Özay, a woman known for her wit, creativity, and lack of pretension, stepped into the role of the grand benefactor. The detail that began circulating on social media was specific and striking. Knowing her husband's deep, almost scholarly passion for horology, Gupse Özay gifted him a rare, special edition timepiece valued at approximately €14,400. In a world where celebrity gifts often feel like sponsorship deals or desperate pleas for attention, this choice felt radically different. It wasn't just an expensive object, it was a curated addition to a very private obsession. This information alone was enough to stop the scrolling thumbs of millions. But what truly caught people's attention was not the price tag, though substantial, but the shift it generated in the perception of celebrity dynamics. Gupse didn't just buy a watch, she bought a moment of cultural conversation. As soon as the news of the watch broke, the digital town square of social media divided into two camps: surprise and admiration. The prevailing sentiment was captured in a single, recurring comment: women usually expect such expensive gifts, but Gupse deserves congratulations. Let's unpack that reaction. It reveals a deep-seated societal expectation that men are the providers of luxury and women are the passive recipients. By flipping this dynamic, Gupse Özay struck a chord with a modern audience hungry for equality in romance. She demonstrated that a woman's power in a relationship isn't just about being adored, it's about the agency to adore in return, and the financial independence to do so with significant weight. It wasn't about showing off or posting a receipt with the caption, "Look what I bought." It was a quiet power move. It was a direct reflection of knowing her husband, respecting his taste, and having the subtle understanding that true partnership is a two-way street of generosity. To truly appreciate the gift, we must understand the recipient. Barış Arduç is a man of contradictions. He is one of the most visible faces in Turkey, yet he has managed to keep his private passions remarkably opaque. But there is a detail known only to his inner circle, a whisper that has finally reached the public ear: Barış is a serious horologist. For him, watches are not merely accessories to match a tuxedo. They are feats of engineering, history, and art. It is claimed that Barış Arduç's personal collection currently houses approximately 15 distinct pieces. And here is the staggering figure: the total value of this collection is estimated to be around €200,000. To the outsider, these figures might seem excessive, perhaps even exaggerated. But to those who know the luxury watch industry, they are perfectly plausible. Arduç does not line up for the everyone's favorite flashy models encrusted with diamonds. He prefers the understated power of limited editions, movements with provenance, and brands that speak to connoisseurs rather than hype beasts. For Barış, a watch is not a status symbol to be flashed at a camera, it is a personal signature, a private pleasure worn on the wrist. We are looking at a side of Barış Arduç we rarely see: the collector, the specialist. I want to turn the floor over to you, the Anything You Want community. Do you think a €14,000 watch is a romantic gift, or is it too practical? And what is your take on Gupse flipping the script on gift giving? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, hitting the like button helps us continue to bring you these deep dives into the hidden lives of stars. For those who want to support our detailed storytelling directly, the join button awaits. This is precisely where Gupse Özay's genius shines. A lesser partner might have bought a generic luxury item, something recognizable, something safe. But this watch was a sniper shot of affection. It was chosen not because it was expensive, but because it fit into the specific gap in his collection. According to information leaked from close circles, Gupse Özay did not walk into a boutique and point at the shiniest object. She researched. She understood the caliber, the color palette, and the movement mechanics that would excite her husband. Every detail was considered to be compatible with the watches Barış Arduç had worn previously. It was a gesture that said, "I see you. I know what makes you tick." That is why the social media commentary shifted from "how much did it cost" to "he has great taste, and she knows it." It validated their connection not as two famous people coexisting, but as two partners who pay attention to the minutiae of each other's lives. Perhaps the most elegant aspect of this entire story is the silence that surrounded it. There was no unboxing video on Gupse's Instagram story. There was no lengthy, emoji-filled caption from Barış thanking his queen for the loot. The watch wasn't announced, it was discovered. The information leaked organically behind the scenes, appeared in gossip magazines, and then spread through the grapevine. This fits perfectly with the couple's overall brand. Gupse Özay and Barış Arduç do not market their private life. They do not fuel their love with headlines or transactional posts. They protect their relationship with a fortress of normalcy. And perhaps that is why every small action they take has a greater impact than the loudest PR stunts of their peers. In an era of noise, their silence is deafening. With this gift, the eternal debate has resurfaced in the gossip circles: who is the ideal couple? While some argue that the Hanker or Demung dynamics are more exciting, a growing faction believes that the quiet confidence of Gupse and Barış is the gold standard. They are often described as embodying drama-free love. This New Year's gesture reinforced that perception. It showed a relationship that is secure enough to break norms, wealthy enough to enjoy luxury, but grounded enough to keep it private. They are not performing for an audience, they are living for each other. There is also a pragmatic layer to this romance. In the world of watchmaking, a good timepiece is one of the few luxury goods that can actually appreciate in value. It is said that most of the watches in Barış Arduç's collection are limited edition, classic models, true investment pieces. Therefore, the €200,000 price tag of his collection is not money burned, it is money banked. Gupse Özay's gift fits into this category. It is a romantic gesture, yes, but it is also a smart asset. It shows a partner who respects the hobby not just as a pastime, but as a legacy. It is a gift that says, "I support your passions, and I understand their value." Under normal circumstances, a celebrity spending €14,000 on a watch while the world faces economic challenges might draw criticism. We often see comments like wasteful, ostentatious, or tone-deaf. But this time, the reception was overwhelmingly positive. Why? Because the context matters. The recipient was a man, subverting the gold digger trope often unfairly applied to women in the industry. The giver was a self-made, successful woman spending her own hard-earned money. The gesture was discreet, discovered rather than flaunted. And the relationship has a solid reputation built on years of mutual respect. The New Year's message was clear: I love you just the way you are. And so, Gupse Özay has taught us all a lesson this new year. Love is not about the price tag, but about the precision of the gesture. A €14,400 watch is certainly a luxury, but the true value lies in the woman who knew exactly which one to pick, and the man who has built a life worthy of such thoughtful generosity. This piece, now ticking away in Barış Arduç's collection, is more than a mechanism of gears and springs. It is a testament to a modern marriage that plays by its own rules. Thank you for exploring this fascinating story with us on Anything You Want. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please leave a comment. What is the most thoughtful gift you've ever received? Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update on your favorite stars. And to our Join members, thank you for making this channel possible. Until next time, remember that the best gifts don't always sparkle, sometimes they just tick. Goodbye.